perfect time to live stream, obviously. Maybe while I'm waiting for people to show up, I'll learn how to play the ukulele. So if I do this open chord right here, that's a real chord. Oh, there's a person. Hi. Ooh, that is not a chord. Nope. That's like a minor chord. No. Can anybody teach me how to play the ukulele? There's probably a YouTube video on how to play. Who's with me? Say hello. Probably someone on the other side of the world. Hi Louise, how are you doing? Summer has finally started for us. And I've been a little busy. It's actually been a really weird week, and it's like a story I would love to tell, but there are members of the family that should probably know about it before I talk about it. I'm good. Yeah, so I have one son who's going to be going on sort of a camping thing, so I'm getting him ready for that, and it's going to be really hot where they are, so I need to make sure he's totally prepared. And a friend of mine just invited me to a beach house next week, and I'm really excited about that because I've been wanting to have a vacation forever. It's already paid for, and her brother said that he can't go, and so she invited me to come out, and I'm just going to bring the girls. So what are your summer plans? Have you guys ever seen the movie Mixed Nuts? Where Adam Sandler plays the ukulele and just makes up songs? I wish I could do that. As soon as I learn some real chords, I will just write some songs. Drink, 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 drink. Hey Jamie, how are you? I can play the ukulele as long as it's this one open chord. Can you write a song with one chord? I am live streaming, and there are 4 people with us. I wish I could change chords. Oh, that sounds real. No, I did for a second. Now it sounds like a sad song. No. This would work if I were like making a horror movie. Ukulele of Death. Sabrina has been like writing songs with the ukulele. Sorry if the picture's cutting out. I actually have a friend who, I think she does some videos on how to play the ukulele. I'll stop torturing everyone. I replaced my piano. I do know how to play the piano. And I'm going to set the ukulele down without destroying it. There we go. my piano came with a book, so 50 Greats for the Piano, and it's got some good songs in it, but it doesn't stay open very well. So I try to play things and then the book closes and that doesn't sound good. Okay, here's a Beethoven song. I'm going to sight read it for fun. As in, I've never played this song ever in my life, and I'm going to try to get this book to stay open. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Here we go. I can't get it to stay open. Okay, so I can see the outer notes, but I can't see towards the inside of the page. That's annoying. Okay. Maybe I can find a page that'll stay open better. I know that one, but it's boring. Here's another Beethoven one. My family's mostly asleep, so I have to play quiet. Do you guys have any favorite classical songs? Ooh, here comes a big run. Not good to do at 1 in the morning. Oh, that's not going to stay open. Darn it. Hi, one and only. I have Fear Elise in a book that stays open about her. Anyway, it's been months since these two Fs have worked on my piano. My old piano's still back there. So now I'm like adjusting to be able to play the Fs again, because I was having to compensate. Oh, thank you, one and only. Angel, your 3-year-old daughter is obsessed with baby chicks. That's so cute. So, I thought that I got my steps really easy on my Fitbit today, but it turned out it was from playing the piano. I always forget to take it off. And if I'm doing like this Coldplay song, then it's really easy to make it think that I'm walking. Let me find it. Not that one. There we go. Yeah, I'm a night owl. I got a little excited tonight and now I can't sleep. How are you doing, McPeaky? Computer Blue, hi, how are you? You all can sing. We're in the page turn. Yeah, that's not bad. I mostly get to perform at church and with my choir on stage, but I don't solo in the choir. So, oh, hi, David and Sam. Sorry I missed people. I was very excited about having a working piano again. It took a long time before we had time to go shopping to replace it, and they didn't have one in stock, so they had to order it from another state, and yeah, it's been really frustrating. Hi, Bharat. Am I saying your name right? Oh, David, you're singing along? I didn't sing this time because it would get super loud and I have people sleeping upstairs. Yeah, I know how that goes, McPeaky. You have kids and then you want to help them develop their talents and do a lot of driving around instead of developing your own. So when I do that song, I have to trans So I was really excited earlier because I got a comment on my blog, and I haven't posted on there for a long time, I realize, and I I wrote about this scam, and I meant to do a video on it actually, and I just never got around to it. But my friend asked me if I wanted to go to this workshop with her, and she said she had 2 tickets, and so she wanted someone to come with her. And I said, "Well, what's it about?" And she said, like selling stuff through Amazon. I forget the term that was used, and I said, "Is this something where they're going to try to like sell us a timeshare, like one of those situations?" And she said, "Nope, no, it's not." And I I would have Googled it ahead of time if she told me the exact name of what we were going to. But anyway, she's like an hour away from me, and I thought, man, I really don't want to drive an hour to go to something that I'm sure is going to be a scam. But then I realized, wait a second, that's what I do is I expose scams. So I looked at it in a totally different way, like, okay, I'm going to go to this, and then I'm going to write about it and do a video about it afterwards. So I took photos while I was there, and I felt like the people were looking at me a little bit suspiciously. And when we signed in, so my friend had these tickets that had like the Amazon logo on it. It makes it look super legit. And it's not run by people who speak broken English or anything like that. So when we were checking in, they asked for my name and phone number, and I gave it to them because I thought, oh yeah, I'd love to give these guys a piece of my mind later when they call me. But they never did call me. So we're sitting down in this conference room. So that's another thing. When it's like at a hotel in a conference room, people think, oh, this must be super legit. And I kind of wonder, like, why do they rent to people like that? I don't get it. Like, why don't they do a little bit of research and say, actually, you guys are a scam and you're not going to do business in our hotel? But anyway, they asked everybody to silence their cell phones, and I knew that meant they didn't want anybody Googling during the pitch, right? And they gave us notepads so we could take notes, though. And so I was using my notepad to write to my friend. And so first of all, this guy comes in and presents himself as a man who used to be in the military, and he was poor in the military, and then he got into selling on eBay and he became super rich, and then he got into Amazon, and now he's super passionate about helping people be rich like him. And that just always sets off all the alarms for me. It's just a load of crap. And but anyway, so that's not really a workshop. They tell you that you need to pay $995 today to sign up for the actual workshop, and there's like a free gift that you get for just coming to the workshop. Like, they offer a Kindle Fire. So anyway, they told us to shut off our cell phones, and I don't have a cell phone. I had my tablet, and my tablet doesn't make noise. So I just sat there Googling while the guy was talking once I had the name of their, quote, system. It's called Amazing Wealth something system. And of course, I find all these stories of people talking about what a scam it is. They don't ever get the gift. It doesn't teach them anything that they couldn't learn, like through YouTube or a blog or something like that. And so, and my friend was realizing, okay, yeah, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And so I wrote her a note saying, do you have $995? And she said, nope. I said, I'm going to fake a coughing fit and you follow. But what I really wanted to do was stand up and just yell to everybody, just so you know, this is a scam. Turn your phones back on right now and Google it. They're trying to pressure you into buying right now before you go home and realize that it's a total scam. And someone commented on my blog that they were about to have money taken out of their account by them, and he says, how do I stop this? And I also think they had people planted in the room, because as soon as this guy started talking about people don't take chances because of fear, and some people just don't want to put in the work, like basically just insulting poor people. And a lot of poor people are like the hardest working people that I know. So anyway, when he started to say those things, there were people immediately going, oh, yeah, mm-hmm, uh-huh, mm-hmm. Terrible actors. Those people were meant to convince everybody around them that, oh yeah, this is totally a great thing. So anyway, I got a comment on my blog tonight from a woman named Farron, and she was talking about how much she loves my videos and stuff, and then she said, you'll be happy to know that the FTC is suing back, although it's going to take years. So let me be really happy. And then she said, someone should do a story on you. And I didn't realize till later that she is a reporter. So I had replied, and then I wrote back, just realized you're a reporter. Yes, someone should do a story on me. Wink, wink. So you never know. So I was a little excited about that. I'm like, well, maybe she'd be able to pull some strings. And well, I was also really happy that she said when she started Googling stuff about fake IRS numbers, my video was the first one to come up on Google. So that's a really good sign, and I should hopefully get a lot more traffic in the future. But yeah, if someone did a story on me, I would just love to be able to talk more about scams. I just had a comment today on one of my videos from a woman whose mom was ripped off by a romance scammer, and so now she's on a mission to spread the word about that and put a stop to it. And she said that sometimes like Facebook won't shut down fake accounts for certain reasons, and so I went and followed her, trying to remember the name of her channel. I'm drawing a blank, but I can share it later. I'll do a video on it later and suggest that people follow her. Yeah, there's so many scams that the elderly will fall for, and people don't realize that their parents would fall for it. Oh, David, you going back to bed? The night shift sounds rough. I wanted to live stream earlier, and I decided I wanted to go hang out with one of my friends because her daughter is going to be going through something really hard soon, and we have a mutual friend whose child is going through pretty much the same thing. So they have different conditions, like a little bit different, but they're going through bone marrow transplants, and so her daughter is about to do that. And when that happens, you're basically like living at the hospital for a long period, and they have to do super nasty chemo to kill their immune system. And the side effects of that have just been unbelievably horrible. Like, this poor kid has sores. They're getting better now, but he's got a feeding tube because it's been so hard. Good night, David. it's been really hard for him to swallow. So actually, the sores are like in his mouth, down his throat, in his esophagus, and everything. So um, it's just miserable. But it appears that the transplant has worked, that it's, what do they call it? Um, that it has engrafted. So that's really good. So both these kids, oh, hey, Heather. Both these kids, their whole life have had to get regular blood transfusions, and they're at high risk of getting cancer. So, but this this nasty chemo that they have to go through before the bone marrow transplant, um, at least what my friend said, is it can make them sterile. And so my friend's had a really hard time with that, like making that decision for her daughter that, okay, well, this is going to make her infertile. But it's too hard to keep doing blood transfusions your entire life. So they don't make blood cells like they should. So yeah, most of her summer is going to involve being at the hospital with her daughter, and it's really heartbreaking. Like when I was following the story of my friend's grandson going through this, it just started to hit me really hard, um, just how awful it is. And tonight I just decided, well, I need to go hang out with my friend. Heather, you've been creeping? What does that mean? Okay, good night, Angel. I thought I would catch some people on the other side of the world. So, I tried to sleep in this morning and still failed. Like I've been shooting for 7 hours, and my Fitbit tells me how long I slept for. So I didn't quite make it 7 hours. Of course, 8 hours would be even better. But often I get like 4 or 5. Heather says sometimes I just kick it silently. What, you mean you're just quietly watching the live stream? Is that what you mean? Heather, you missed my awful ukulele playing. So, yeah, tomorrow I need to get the energy to make a big, huge grocery list because so my family's going to be here except I'm taking my girls with me. Um, I'm going to teach piano in the morning on Monday, go to my doctor appointment, and I've not had a physical in a long time. I've just been avoiding it like the plague. Um, but I finally got brave and decided to do it. And then after the doctor appointment, I'm gonna run home and finish getting ready and head out to the beach. And I never go by myself on long trips, or rather, like go without my husband. So it's gonna be at least a 4 hour drive. And I might go get a prepaid cell phone just so in case anything happens, like a flat tire, I can call for help. Oh, Heather, you were taking care of some things. Oh, hi, Terry. So, yeah, my son is leaving in the middle of the week for this big camp out thing, and so I have to make sure he's completely ready and get the permission forms in and everything. And um, so they're doing a reenactment of the pioneers, and they're gonna have like hand carts and everything, and they're supposed to like dress like pioneers, and they want us to write letters for our kids. So I wrote a letter. I just still need to get it to somebody so they can give it to him during the week. I need to make a list because I have this big checklist in my mind, and I don't know, like it helps me to have a list. Otherwise, I just sit here feeling overwhelmed, like I don't even know where to start. Okay, bye, McPeaky. Thank you for the prayers for my friends' kids. Hi, Sam. Sam, who said beer? Sam must be drinking beer. Oh, thanks, Angel. Oh, Sam, you're in Australia. That's cool. I wanted to live stream a lot earlier, but there was a lot of noise in the house, and then I left. So I hope to do a live stream after I get back from the beach, and man, I have so much going on. So I get back from the beach, I have rehearsal. Then the next day I have rehearsal for an opening ceremony thing that I'm going to be doing. And then the dress rehearsal for that, and then the performance the next day. Eventually I'll do a live stream where I play some music with some singing. Terry, I'm going to be there from Monday to Thursday, so I I'm assuming there'll be some Wi-Fi at the house we're staying at. Otherwise, I won't be able to post anything. And if I do post anything, it will be not edited because I won't have my computer with me. But I get to hang out with one of my best friends. Oh, so it's my friend Jen. We did a video together one time when she came to visit, and it was about the time we stormed the gate on base. So my daughter's really excited. I've already shown her videos about dangerous things at the ocean, like you never ever climb on any of the logs on the wet sand or in the water. I have a friend who lives on the Oregon coast, and she's always emphasizing that with me, like if you go to the ocean, do not sit on the logs because people get crushed by them. So if a log's in a lake floating, sure you can hang on to a log, but the waves come and they just crush people. I should randomly end up in photos of vacationers. Okay. Yeah, I hope to get some really good photos, and of course I'll take some video clips while I'm there. But we're gonna bring some nail polish so we can have some fun pampering. Oh, my friend has a niece who's close to my daughter's age, so, and she just like instantly bonds with people. Yes, Heather, I will make faces. There was a time, like this was funny. So There was this friend I made online years ago, and he was telling me that he fell in love with a woman like through an online dating site, and she lived in England. And he said she was flying in to see him, and he told her, or he told me that she needed some American friends. And it turned out she was flying in the day of one of my concerts. And I said, "You guys should come to my concert." And the theme of the concert was, I think it was "When You Wish Upon a Star" or something about dreams. And it was just like the perfect setting. And they hadn't even talked to each other on the phone. They'd seen pictures of each other, but they decided they didn't want to hear each other's voices until they saw each other in person. But he said he expected to propose to her pretty quickly. And so I hadn't even met him yet. And so I ran up to the foyer afterwards, and he says, "We're engaged." I was like, I had joked that I was going to photobomb his engagement. So what was funny was I was getting a photo with him and his fiance, and little did I know, some of my choir friends were photobombing me in the back. And at first I thought it was an accident when I was going through it. And um, like one of my friends was kind of just going like this in the background. And like there were these three friends in particular that I was always hanging out with. And then suddenly I see my friend in the background going like right at the camera. And I seriously laughed so hard I was crying. So that was really cool that, like, I was on stage going, "Oh my gosh, do they like each other? Are they going to get married, or are they going to figure out there's no chemistry?" But they got married, and everything's been great, and he moved to England and everything. And, and actually, he's one of my patrons. So he's awesome. And I had told some choir members about it. I said, "You guys, there's a chance this guy is going to propose to this woman he's just meeting today. He's like picking her up from the airport and coming straight to our concert." So I'm glad it worked out, because I've also known people who met each other online and it was a total disaster. Like, should not have gotten married ever. Oh man. Yeah, I have some stories. Yeah. If anything happened to my husband, I don't think I could online date. It would, no, it would be too weird for me. At least I wouldn't do like the meet someone online and go meet them out of state and then do like a quick engagement, because I had a friend who met a guy that way, and then she left her family, she left her job and everything, ends up here, and then she kind of felt like trapped and like didn't have any money of her own. And like it got to the point, like there were just some red flags, and I begged her not to marry him. I'm like, "You do not have to marry him." And like one of the things she said was, he spent all this money like flying me up here, blah blah blah." And I go, "He's a grown man. That is the risk that he took in dating online and like immediately proposing." I'm sure that would have been embarrassing for him if, um, after everybody knew that he was engaged and everything. I'm sure that would be embarrassing if everybody knew it didn't work out. But what happened next was way more embarrassing, because um, I'll just say that they didn't get along, and it was a very bad situation. I actually knew another couple like that too. where it was just volatile and the police had to be called. So, um, yeah, I could never do a quick marriage like that. I feel like one of the best ways to get to know somebody is to like play board games and stuff with them, and just because that's one way that someone's true personality comes out, to see if they get bent out of shape, to see if they can handle being wrong or being criticized. Because if like a total poor sport, I think that's a little bit of a red flag. Yeah, Heather, it seems like people eventually just meet someone when they least expect it in just a super random place, you know? Like, I had a friend who was upset one day and she was crying, and um, she was like talking to her mom about her singleness. And her mom said, you know what, you just need to like suck it up, just go get out of the house, and you just never know when you're going to meet him. And she actually went to like the office of her apartments or something, and I don't remember what her future husband was doing, but he was there at the office, and that's how they met, and you know, happily ever after. So I much prefer just to meet people in person. You don't like board games, Heather? Well, it could be sports or something too. Anything competitive. Anything that shows how they handle things when they don't get to be the winner. Or go on a little trip and see how they act when they get lost. Or any sort of stressful situation, I guess. I'm not too worried about getting lost on my trip because it's right along the coast, and so that would be very hard to get lost. You knock on wood. Oh, my piano's not real wood. Um, this guitar, I think that might be wood. So, what time is it now? No, it's past 1. I should probably go to bed. It's getting so late, I'm starting to get sick to my stomach. So, I'm hoping next week I can share some crazy things that happened in our family. Our life is a soap opera. And I'll try to live stream at a better time when more people can join. It might happen tomorrow. We'll see. In between doing laundry and stuff. Well, my husband and 2 of our boys are going to be gone tomorrow, and we'll see if I can convince my son to take the girls for a walk or something, or to the park, so that I can have some quiet. Okay, well, good night, everyone, and thanks for stopping in.